ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ गणानां त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनशृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम्। ॐ श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। समस्तजनकल्याणी निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः। स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। We will read the first and the second mantra. First mantra on page number 2 and second on the third page. अथ प्रथमः प्रश्नः। ॐ सुकेशा च भारद्वाजः शैब्यश्च सत्यकामः सौर्यायणी च गार्ग्यः कौसल्यश्चाश्वालायनः भार्गवो वैदर्भिः कबन्धी कात्यायनस्ते हैते ब्रह्मपरा ब्रह्मनिष्ठाः परं ब्रह्मान्वेषमाणाः एषः वै तत्सर्वं वक्ष्यतीति तेह समित्पाणयः भगवन्तं पिप्पलादम् उपसन्नाः। तान् ह स ऋषिरुवाच भूयः एव तपसा ब्रह्मचर्येण श्रद्धया संवत्स्यथ यथा कामं प्रश्नान् पृच्छत यदि विज्ञास्यामः सर्वं हवो वक्ष्यामः इति। Second mantra, I'll read it again. तान् ह स ऋषिरुवाच भूयः एव तपसा ब्रह्मचर्येण श्रद्धया संवत्स्यथ यथा कामं प्रश्नान् पृच्छत यदि विज्ञास्यामः सर्वं हवो वक्ष्याम इति। I'll tell you the meaning also. Just let me start first. So yesterday we saw the first mantra of Prashna, Pratham Prashna. The first Prashna has got 6 Prashna of 6 these students have approached, we saw yesterday, and the names of those 6 students had been mentioned in the first question, first Prashna. So Sukesha was the first one. Sukesha. Shabhyah, whose name was Satyakamaha also. Sauryayani, that is Gargyah. Other name was Gargyah. Kausalyah, Ashwalayanah. Bhargava, who was also called Vedarbhi. And Kabandi, who was called Katyayan. So this Akhyayika, this story has got some purposes. This story has got 4 purposes. We have seen that. So this is for stuti of that knowledge. Bhagwan Bhashyakar has already made a statement. See, we don't call him by name. Bhagwan Bhashyakar means our Bhagwan Shankaracharya ji. Because he's so big, he's so great. He is avatar of Bhagwan Shankar only. So for reverence, we don't call him by his name, but we call him Bhagwan Bhashyakar. So whenever I refer to him as Bhagwan Bhashyakar, you should understand that I'm talking about Bhagwan Shankaracharya ji. So he had already mentioned in his Bhashyam that this is for stuti. Stuti of what? Stuti of that knowledge. Because it will make us free from all the bondages. The more the capacity of a vidya to free us from any bondage, the more important it becomes. The more the capacity of any vidya to free us from some pain, from some bondage, like medicines. Medicine is a vidya. Medical science is a vidya. So what does it do? It removes the physical pain. Similarly, there is art, there is dance. What does it do, that vidya? It removes the pain of non-expression. So every vidya is removing some pain that is there. So this vidya, what does it do? This is absolute vidya, which will remove all our bondages forever. So that is why it is so important. So it is doing stuti, the praise. This was the first purpose. The second purpose was this knowledge can't be given by some commoner, by some common person. So this has been given by a great saint called Pippalad Rishi. That is why it is so important. Third purpose was to mention that there has to be a definite discipline in the disciple's life before he approaches the teacher, or before he approaches this knowledge. Before even having this knowledge, because if he does not have those disciplines in his life, that is called sadhan chatushtay, what was indicated by Brahma Para in the first question, first mantra. They were all Brahma Para, meaning what? They were established in sadhan chatushtay, they were qualified students. Yesterday we saw that karma kand is not easy to do. We cannot, like in the classes also, we can get up, we can use the phone, something is urgent, we can just shut off, we can just put off the video, we can do anything. We are sipping cup of tea and we are listening, or even we are yawning. Those things are not possible in karma kand. If even you yawn, you have to take achaman. You must be knowing all these things. If you touch your hair also like this, you have to wash your hands. So it has got many disciplines. So if a person is doing karma kand, if he is a karma kandi, perfect karma kandi, if he is a perfect karma kandi, he has to have discipline in his life. So all those disciplines, that means these 6 students, these were all well established in their qualifications. They were qualified for the higher knowledge. This was the third purpose. Sadhan Chatushtay Sampanna Adhikari, they were all. So, fourth purpose was these 6 students approached the Guru. So that was Guru Upsatti. This is a prerequisite for having knowledge, that we have to go to the Guru, we have to surrender to the Guru, we have to obey his orders. Now see, he's not going to tell these people, tell these direct answers to these people instantly. Well, he will ask them to serve him for a year. We'll see just now. Samvatsara, they stayed there for 1 year, and after that they asked the question. Not that instantly, yeah, we are going and please, oh Guru, tell me, I have this question. My doubt is there, please clear my doubt. It's not like that. Okay, we'll see the reason why. So these are the four purposes why this Akhyayika has been mentioned, and it's a beautiful Upanishad. You'll all enjoy this, I'm sure. So this was we saw yesterday. Now let us come to mantra 2. So mantra 2, Tanha Rishi Ruvacha. First, let me tell you the word-to-word meaning, and then we will go to the bhashyam. Tanha, Tan means to them. To whom? To all these 6. Tan. Tanha. See, little bit of knowledge of Sanskrit helps here and there, but if you don't have, no problem. I'll be guiding you. No problem. Tanha sa Rishi Ruvacha. Tanha sa Rishi Ruvacha. Tan means to them. The Rishi said. What did he say? Uvacha. Bhuya eva tapasas. Tapasa. Now from here, Bhuya, from Bhuya till third line Vigyasyamaha, it will be in inverted commas. Sorry, Vakshyamaha. Till Vakshyamaha, it will be in inverted commas. Because that is a statement of that Rishi. He is telling them. He is giving him some disciplinary orders. So he is saying, Bhuya eva tapasa. You have already done tapas, but I will ask you to do a little bit more tapas. Tapasa sah, you have to add there sah. With tapas, you have to be. So this is a third case in Sanskrit. This is the third vibhakti, tritiya vibhakti. So tapasa sah. Brahmacharyena sah. You have to add these words there. Brahmacharyena sah. Shraddhaya sah. Samvatsaram samvatsyatha. You stay. Samvatsyatha means what? You stay. There you have to put a full stop after that. You stay for a year. Samvatsaram means for a year. With what? With evam tapasa saha. With tapasya. And what else? Brahmacharyena saha. With a lot of brahmacharya. With brahmacharya, not lot. With brahmacharya. Full brahmacharya. You have been maintaining, but you have to continue here for a year. Shraddhaya saha. Also, you need shraddha also. A lot of shraddha. You stay here. Then what is the next sentence? After full stop, you have to add yuyam. Yuyam yatha kamam prashnan prichatha. Then after that, after staying for a year, and staying is not staying and loitering here and there and passing the time and wasting your time and gossiping, etc. You have to do a lot of seva. Seva would be given. After that, yatha kaman prashnan prichatah, whatever your desired question is, that you can ask, that you may ask, prachan prichata, comma. But there is a condition. What is the condition? Yadi vigyasyamaha tarhi sarvam havo vakshyama. See, this is the humility of the teacher. He's saying, if I know the answer, if I'm able to give the answer, vigyasyamaha, tarhi, you have to add tarhi. Because yadi is there, so you have to add tarhi. Tarhi sarvam havo vakshyamaha. Then I will give you the answer. Till here, the inverted commas will be there. Iti uvacha. You have to add uvacha here. The Rishi Ruvacha will come here. Iti Rishi Ruvacha. Okay, so again, you have to stay for a year in the ashram with what? With a lot of tapasya. Bhuya, he's not underestimating them. He realizes that they have already undergone tapasya, and these are all tapasvi people. They're all disciplined. See, tapasya can be seen in a person. A person, you can make out from his posture, you can make out from his gestures, you can make out from his body language, that if a person is disciplined or not, whether his eyes are stable or not, whether he's moving too much, whether he's having monkey vision. Monkey vision, you understand? He's looking here and there, again and again. He's watching everything. What is there? This is not a tapasvi's vision. A tapasvi's vision is very straight. Wherever he is focused, his vision is also focused. He's not looking too many sides. He's not changing his angles, and he's not talking here and there. Whatever he wants to talk, he'll just talk and he will move ahead. This is a tapasvi's language, tapasvi's posture. So he was a rishi. Pippaladji was a rishi. He must have been a lot of experience also he must be having. So through his experience, he is saying that dhruyaha means you have to do it again. Though you are maintaining discipline in your previous life, your previous ashrams, but here also in the in the ashram also, in the Gurukul Nivas also, you have to again do tapasya, brahmacharya, and shraddha. You have to have a lot of shraddha also. Whatever I say, you have to have faith also in that. Till how many days for a year you have to do, and you have to stay in the ashram. And after that, yam yatha kamam prashnat pritchata. After that, whatever question arises in your mind, whatever desired questions is there, you all can ask. You all can ask one question. And those you can ask collectively also if you want. You can ask separately also if you want. Whatever you feel, you can ask. This was the meaning of this second mantra. So this second mantra, the students were Sagun Brahmanishtha. Let us enter slowly. The students were all what? They were all Sagun Brahmanishtha. We had seen in the last mantra, Brahmanishtaha. That word was indicating what? That word was indicating Sagun Brahma and not Nirgun Brahma. Because otherwise, if they were Nirgun Brahmanishtha, they were Gyanis already, they wouldn't have approached Pippalad Rishi. Approaching Pippalad Rishi indicates that they were Sagun Brahma Upasak. So teacher said, you stay for 1 year, stay for a year here, and develop 3 vrittis in you. 3 vrittis meaning tapasya, brahmacharya, and shraddha. After 1 year, then we will see what questions arise in you. So why did Pippalad Rishi, Pippalad Muni did not directly ask them to ask the questions? What are the causes? We will see the causes. There are some 3 or 4 causes. Let us see. So the teacher here, first causes, the teacher wanted them to stay in the ashram and to inquire later, because many students approach casually. They have a very casual approach, or they may be having, they wanted to see whether the teacher knows what to answer or not, or what should be the answer given. I mean, if the question is very casual, the impression also is very casual. The impression will also be forgotten. So therefore, here he wanted to test them whether they are not very superficial questions. See, many a times it happens that people come and ask some questions to our Swamis and Brahmacharis. When they ask the question, this maybe the Mahatma is busy, or he says that you can ask me after some time. Maybe tomorrow you can ask me. They forget the question. Oh, what was I asking at that time? That means what? That question does not have an impression. That means that was a very casual question. If that is a burning question, we won't forget that question anytime. Oh, you understand? If something is very if something is troubling me very much, troubling me too much, I can't sleep without that. I continuously, my mind is going to that question only. Then I won't forget that question anytime. If somebody says that, yes, tell me what was your question, instantly that question will come up. So here also the inquiry, he was thinking, Rishi, the Pippalad Muni wanted to test them whether they are not approaching him casually. If a non-serious student is there, then these students won't stay there for a long time. They won't do seva, they won't be there, they will try to run away, or they will try to make some excuse. So that is why he wanted them that I want to see their varan. You understand what is varan? We all have a varmala in our hand. And the var should be one only in our life. The varmala, the bride has got a varmala in her hand and she chooses the groom. So varan should be only one. One varanyam should be there. But we have too many varans in our lives. Too many. This desire also has to be completed. That also is completed. I want to meet that person also. I have to go to that place also. Another project has to be started. So many things are queued up, lined up in our lives. So there is not one purpose for what for which we are living. There are many varans in our life, and when the varan becomes many, too many, then the purpose is not very concrete, or the ichha shakti is not very strong, because it is distracted, distributed in many. I'm not very single pointed for one varan only. So we should try to have only one varan in our lives, because other one varan, one choice, one nishtha, one goal, one asan, one mantra, one shastra, one is very important in our life. Always remember this one shastra, one guru, one asan should not move too much when we are listening. If you were here in front of me, I could have told you that you should have sit properly. You should not look here and there. Even you should not get distracted. But now my hands are also tied. So one choice, one nishtha, one goal, everything should be single asan. Drishti should be very firm, a single pointedness should be there, because when we move too much, the vritti and the mind are the vritti and the body is connected. If we move too much, the vritti will also get distracted. Where is this session going on? It is going on in our mind. Remember this. When this session is going on in our mind, the words are hitting in the mind. The mind has to be very concentrated. Concentrated meaning what? One vritti that is coming, that vritti is only going. One vritti that is coming up, that vritti is on. Liyaman and udayaman vritti, these are called. That should be the same. This is called concentration. That one object, only one object of thought is there. If there are too many objects of thought, then a person is said to be distracted. So when the body is moving, it is not established that on an asana, then the vritti is also not firm. The vritti is also moving here and there. So then the knowledge that has been given, that won't be very well established and impressed in the mind. This was the first cause. Second, the teacher wanted to know whether these students are qualified or not. I will be giving them gyan, but they have come from the outside world. Let me see whether these are qualified or not. Shama, Dhamma, Uparati, all are there or not. They are qualified in the Apara Vidya, but let me see whether sometimes it happens, like when we went to our ashram, when we went to study in the Gurukul, there sometimes we felt that we are not qualified. But staying in the ashram, obeying the rules of the ashram, rules and regulations, sometimes those vrittis automatically develop in the student. Initially, we find ourselves that I'm not fitting into the system too much, because I don't have these qualities a lot, and we need a lot of shama. Shama means quietness of mind, at the level of mind. Dhamma means what? Quietness at the level of sense organs. Uparati, I need withdrawal of mind. I need withdrawal from all the sense organs, because sense objects, because this vidya is not a common vidya. It is not a vidya of the worldly language or worldly desires. It is completely different. So I need uparati also. I need shraddha also. Shraddha, why do I need? Because I am going to leap into that unmanifest which is not there in front of me. I cannot see it. That is why I need a lot of faith there. Shraddha also I need. So all these things have to be developed first before approaching the teacher or the knowledge. So this was the second purpose why Bhagwan Pippalad, Rishi Pippalad, he did not directly answer their questions or ask them to ask the questions. He said, wait for a year. So many seekers have mumukshutva in them. Many seekers are there, but they are missing on Shama, Dhamma, or Uparati is not there. They are very chanchal at the level of flickering at the level of sense organs physically. They can't sit quietly for too long. So these things have to be developed in a seeker, because we have led a life of so much external enjoyments and bhog and everything. We have led a carefree life. We have never tried to control our mind. So then the mind, when we try to control it, naturally it will react. It reacts. and then it wants to go away, or it wants to find some excuse from that. Now, the third point is, sometimes living in the ashram also, we find out that I have some point, but I am missing on the others. Like, I'll tell you, some person has got lot of intelligence, but the mumukshutva is missing. Some people, mumukshutva, you understand, muktam ichha, the ichha to get mukti, liberation. Sometimes it happens that he's got a lot of vivek shakti, but stability is not there. Sometimes he's got a lot of memory, power of memorizing, but he can't speak. Sometimes all the things are there, but there's no faith, shraddha is not there. So a person has got some angular defects in his personality. Those defects can be only that those defects come out when we start staying in an ashram or in a system. Ashram is what? Where we have to follow certain rules. Like, you cannot, sometimes I just went to Pavai, and there we have to, in the dining hall, Annakshetram, we have to chant chapter 15 before we start eating food. Any ashram in our Chinmay mission just can't go and start eating. But we have that habit. So I was observing, and it has a very huge hall. Those who have gone there, you must be knowing. So the students there were started coming inside one by one. And we were all chanting, we were standing in a queue. And the guests that had come from outside, there are continuously some of the other programs going on. So I was watching them. So the guests, they had already taken the food, they had queued up there, they lined up there, they took their food, they went to the dining table and they started eating. This is a difference. So when we are into a system, we try to see whether what is the rule, what is the regulation. We are in an ashram. Let me see whether what these people are doing. Let me follow those things. But they had already started eating, and they are seeing that the Swamiji has not come yet. People are standing waiting for them. These are some insensitive points in us. So we have to try to be very, very careful when we are in a system. Naturally, we don't, in the hotels and restaurants, what we do when we go, we have ordered something, some dishes have come. Even if a salad has come or some papad has come, we start eating. But here we have to do Brahmarpanam. We have to offer it to the Lord. We wait for elders to start. And then with Bhagavad Buddhi, we start eating. What we do, that is also a type of ritual. We do not leave anything on the plate. Even a single morsel should not be left on the plate. Why? Because it is Annam, it is Devi only. She is providing food for us, nourishment for us. So it is a kind of ritual. All these things are developed when we go into a system. Otherwise, in the house is a spoiling institution. A child spoiling institution is called a house. Everybody should go to the ashram and stay at least for 2 years in his life. And I feel everybody should also go to the army also. And there also one should get this thing. One should have this rules, discipline in his life, because we need to have patriotism in our lives also, plus this discipline also of the rituals, of our culture, of everything. So these 4 years at least we should give for our country and for our culture. For every child, it should be mandatory. So this was the third point. And fourth point is what? Sometime before before the teaching starts, there should be a rapport developed between, you understand, rapport? There should be a rapport developed between the student and the teacher. Suddenly I'm going to somebody and I start learning from him. That doesn't click sometimes. The emotions have to be developed, the love has to be there. The student should know that the teacher loves me. The teacher is telling me out of love and care. The teacher also should know that this disciple who has come to me has complete faith in me. So if this rapport does not develop, the relationship does not develop between both of them, then the knowledge that is being given, that does not click in the student, and the relationship does not maintain for a long time. So this smoothness in the reception of that knowledge will always depend on how close the relationship is between the teacher and the student. The tuning has to be set, and the tuning is set only when a person starts living with the teacher, not with the photograph. It's not that we have to have a sakshat teacher in our life who will continuously guide me, who will tell me where I'm wrong, where I'm right. It is very, very essential. Okay, so here emotional connect is sometimes absent, and then intellectual connect is also very, very difficult. So in emotional connect, and then there should be this intellectual connect. Okay, so these were the 4 points that why Pippalad Rishi did not answer their questions directly, but asked them to be there for a year. Now let us come to the Bhashya. Oh, 1 minute. I forgot to put it on. Okay. So Tan evam. Did you get it on page number 2? We are seeing the Bhashyam, page number 2. Please, those of you who do not have the book, please you can take the book. Or if you are out of Guwahati, you can order it from Kailas Ashram. We are seeing the Kailas Ashram book, Prashnopanishad with the Bhashyam, that is in Hindi and in Sanskrit. Tan evam upagatan ha sa kila rishiruvacha. Did you all get it? Page number 3. Did you all get it?
जी अम्मा
मिल गया ना? सबको मिला?
लास्ट में एकदम
हाँ, गीता अम्मा मिला, नारायण जी आप अम्मा, ठीक है। तान एवं उपगतान. Tan means to them. Tan evam upagatan. Evam upagatan means tan evam upagatan. These were all who? These were all Apara Brahma Upasak. Apara Brahma Upasak, yesterday we saw that they were all Karmakandis and they were well established in Sagun Upasana. So Sagun Upasana is not something to be neglected, or it is not of importance, or this is more important. It's not like that. Everything has its own importance, relevance in our life, and even in our spiritual journey. So see, because they were doing Sagun Upasana for a long time, that's why the inquiry also came in their life. Otherwise, the inquiry wouldn't have come. And they wouldn't have come to Pippalad Rishi to know. So, tan eva upagatan. Here it is ta pratyek, upagatan. Upagatan means they who came close, they went with bhav of giving up. So, in this way, they all went there. How they went? They went with Samit Pani, if you remember. Okay, so Samit Pani, meaning what? This is the attitude of learning. I have the attitude of learning. I am ready for the knowledge that will be given to me. I'm ready for that. I have prepared my mind. I've prepared everything. I'm prepared to get the knowledge. So, her, sir, killer. All these means indeed. These are called nipat, particles. These are called nipat in Sanskrit grammar. This means indeed. Indeed. So tan evam upagatan hasa kila Rishir uvacha. Pippalad Rishi uvacha. Pippalad Rishi said. What did he say? Bhuyaha. So now bhuya has been taken from the mantra. Bhuyaha. Now what is it bhuya? Bhuya means again. Again. So he knew that he's telling them to do that again. Yes, because he could see punareva, comma, punareva, because again, bhuyaha means again you have to maintain the tapasya, brahmacharya and shraddha. Again, because by again meaning that they were already doing that. They were already doing that and he knew about that. So those who are austere people, the austerity reflects in everything. Everything. Even if a person stands, I can see young people who come to me, the children who come to me, when they are standing and talking to me. Some people stand straight. Some will be slanting, slouching on the wall. Somebody will try to sit somewhere. So from the body language also, you can make out what person is how much austerity is there in the person. The way of a person, the way he walks, the way he keeps his slippers, the way he keeps his things, the way he keeps the bag, the way he gets up after getting up also, he tidies everything or not, or he leaves anything. Sometimes children come with me and have lunch or breakfast or dinner also. After that, how are they eating? Everything shows your personality. How are you eating? You're leaving anything in your plate or not? You are, and we all watch. Even you all must be doing that. Even you all must be watching people. So, if you're washing your own plate or not, this is an ashram. You have to get up and wash your own plates and keep it tidy because this is your house also. But some people have to be told, some do it on their own, and some leave it like that and go away. So these things are seen in a body language, seen in the posture, seen in your behavior, in everything, sitting, talking, walking, etc. So the teacher here, he recognized that these were all austere children. Maybe must be small only, young students. So their austerity. So that is why teacher said again, you stay with austerity. So they were austere before also and now also. Tapasya in general actually is different. And tapasya in staying in an ashram with a guru in the Gurukul is very, very different. Very different. So I'll come to that again later on. So punareva comma. Yadyapi yuyam purvam, he's now saying, Bhagwan Bhashikar is explaining, Yadyapi yuyam purvam tapasvina eva. You all are, beforehand also you are tapasvi only. Tapasin, tapasa indriya sanyamena tathapi. Iha, though you have controlled through your tapasya, you have controlled your indriya, your sense organs. In the Gurukul, tapasya and indriya sanyam should be at a different level as per the Guru. It is not that, okay, outside you were not having annam, but here Guru can tell you that you have to start having annam. Initially, when we go to a Gurukul for learning for the 2.5 years Vedanta course, we are asked to stop all that we were doing earlier, all the pujas, all the rituals, and then our acharya, he used to guide us what should be done and what should not be done. A person was there, I remember, in our batch who used to have meal only once a day. Our acharya ji asked him to take meals 3 times a day. I remember. So, as per, and the sleep has to be maintained, regulated. Sometimes, to some students, he used to ask to have more sleep. Sometimes, he used to ask to have less sleep. It depends on the body and physical requirements also. So, as per the Agya, as per the orders of the Guru, he has to change his attitude, his brahmacharya, his tapasya also. It is called Gurukul, na? It is not Shishyakul. It is called Gurukul. So, as per the Guru's orders, then we have to change our tapasya also. So, tathapi iha, still here. Iha means in the ashram, ashrame. Iha, tathapi iha, though you were maintaining tapasya, brahmacharya, shraddha, etc. outside, but still iha, visheshataha. But still here, some visheshata, something vishesh has to be done. Some vishesh things I will try to tell you. You have to do those things. Visheshataha, brahmacharyena shraddhaya च आस्तिक्य बुद्धि आदरवंतः संवत्सरम कालम संवत्स्यथ. So here also with brahmacharya, you have to stay. So if indriya is not controlled, if the indriya is not controlled, indriya is not trained to align as per our convictions, what will happen? Then Lord won't be pleased, Guru won't be pleased. We will be pleasing our vasanas. See, either we please our vasana or we please our Guru or Lord. I'm keeping Guru and Lord in the same category. So if I'm pleasing my Guru, I'm pleasing the Lord, then my vasanas won't be satisfied. But what do? I fatten my vasanas more. I I try to go as per my vasanas more. When I'm not listening to the Guru, I'm listening to my vasanas. And if I listen to my vasanas, those vasanas will get more stronger and stronger every day because I'm nourishing them. So either I have to uh, listen to my guru or I listen to my vasanas. So here also everything, food time, the sleep time, the mobile time. Even I will request all of you also to regulate your lifestyle because we are sadhaks, we all are sadhaks here. Otherwise, this won't have come in our hands. So Bhagavan wants us to lead a very disciplined life, sadhana life. So we all should now see from tomorrow, Navratri is also going to start. Today, Mahalaya is there. So Amavasya is also there. So continuously, some of the other austerity should be there in our lives so that we maintain that tuning with the higher. All this is for tuning with the higher. We have tuned our minds too much with the lower, with the world, with the flow of the world. Our mind just goes away. There was a very interesting video I saw. There was a kitty party going on, and the theme was that you cannot gossip. You understood? The theme of the kitty party was you cannot gossip, and everybody was quiet. They couldn't do, they were drinking or looking at their mobile. Our mind is tuned that if we can't gossip, if we can't go to the outer enjoyments, bhog vritti, we don't have anything to do. Either we slouch or sleep. We go off to sleep. Maintaining that sattva buddhi for a long time, that we don't do. And that should be the purpose of our life. There should be, our mind should be uplifted in sattva. Like in Gita also, at present, our 14th chapter is going on. Sattva is very, very important. If we don't lift our mind for a long time in the sattva, this knowledge that is being given, it won't be for a long time and we won't have a longer, deeper impression. The longitude of the vritti will assure us the depth of the vritti also. The longer the time, the deeper we will go. If it is not, the length is, it is very small in length, then the intensity is also very length. It will be shallow, superficial, on the top only. So we have to be very, very careful when we are thinking about something, some object. So our food time should be regulated. If we are having food 3 times, I'm not talking about if we have diabetes or anything else, but if we don't have anything, then it should be either twice a day because we all are now above 50, above 60. So we don't need too much of, because if my body is engaged in uh, in uh, in digesting the food, or from the food it is changing that food into energy, then the higher it won't have time to take energy from the outside world, the prakriti. So these, and we don't need so much of food, we do not need so much of energy from the food because our body is maintained by the prakriti. There are sannyasis, there are sadhus, there are seekers, mahatmas, even in Isha, and there you all go, they eat only twice a day. So that is enough. That will suffice our requirement of the body. So slowly, 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 wherever we can do tapasya. And that is why these Rishi Munis had instilled the vows of vrata, fasting and all. Like now Navratri is there. Some people fast. So this is to make our mind habituated that we can leave the food. If sometimes we don't get food, our mind does not react. But see, whenever we fast, our mind reacts a lot. When we leave food, our mind will first and foremost in the morning go and think about food only. Today, what am I going to have? It happens like that. So tapasya should be maintained at all the levels. all the levels. Food time should be maintained, mobile time should be maintained, sleep time should be maintained. Yoga abhyas should be a part of all our lives. So yoga, because otherwise, if pranayam is not done, if yogasan, whatever yogasan one can do at your age, so we should do that also. Walking time should be there, because attention to the body has to be also given. Otherwise, the body will take its own time. When when the body seeks attention, it will be painful. So it is better we first give attention to the body and quieten it. Yeah. Okay. So we need Sanyam in everything. We need Sanyam in doing japa. We need Sanyam in writing. I don't know if you all do Likhit japa also. Some of you I know, those who do Likhit japa, they have maintained a nice notebook and they write their japa Ram 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 or anything. So that is also to concentrate the mind. So we need Sanyam at all the levels. Writing, standing, eating, sleeping, food, talking to people, talking on the mobile, looking at WhatsApp, everything, whatever we are doing. Or otherwise, if we are going out, we are working there also with the relatives. How many weddings are we going to? How many weddings are we going to attend this year? Everything should be there, not more than one, not more than two. Slowly, slowly, we have to reduce all that to zero. We are not that important. We all should know that we are not that important, that if we don't go, then that marriage won't be held. It's not that. No, no, no. They will feel bad. Nobody will feel bad more than a month. Everybody forgets. So it's not important at all. We are the ones who make ourselves so important. It's not like that. Okay. So they should cooperate. Our indriyas, sense organs should cooperate. Not that every time I ask the indriyas to control and then it will rebel against me. They should not be rebellious. Okay? So sense organs and vasanas, they are very, very good friends. If I am listening to my sense organs, actually, I'm listening to my vasanas. I just now told you, if I'm not listening to my guru, I'm listening to my vasanas and they will fatten unnecessarily and they will trouble me. If they become strong, then I become weak. They may make me weak and they will make me a slave. And then I will run here and there. So a person should be very, very alert whether his sense organs is going to what, if his sense organs is thinking about what one is doing. So this was the first point. And secondly, abhyas should be there. At all the levels, if we maintain abhyas at the body level, abhyas at the mental level, abhyas at the speech level. Speech level is also very, very required, essential. Then one should align to what one's higher desire is. Once when one has controlled all his sense organs, then his alignment should be there to the higher. That what should be my higher desire now? I will concentrate there. So outside we do erratic things. Outside we do erratic tapasya. Sometimes I want to leave anything. See, therefore, interviews are held before we get admission in our Vedanta course. And in the interviews only, many people, their this thing has their this is cancelled because they have erratic desires, they have erratic tapasya. They won't sleep, they will sleep on the floor. This is nothing to do with the tapasya, that gyan tapasya that we are going to do. Nothing to do. So many a times we are asked to leave everything, all those things, so that because see, Hatha Yoga, standing on one feet and punishing yourself and not eating, these are not very acceptable in Vedanta. Please be very, very careful. Hatha Yoga is not very acceptable in Vedanta. Hatha Yoga may be acceptable outside, but standing for hours, punishing the mind, all these things, we are not good. In Gita, chapter 6, all of you all must be having Gita. Please take out chapter 6. Yuktahara viharasya. Tell me what shlok number. Yuktahara viharasya yukta cheshtasya karmasu. 17 number. And also 16th number shlok. See what Bhagwan says. Bhagwan also doesn't like Hatha Yoga. Huh? नात्यश्नतस्तु योगोऽस्ति, न चैकान्तम् अनश्नतः. न चाति स्वप्नशीलस्य जाग्रतो नैव चार्जुन. Don't everything should be regulated. It should not be crossing limits. Not too much and not too less. Yuktahara viharasya, yukta cheshtasya karmasu, yukta swapnavabodhasya, yogo bhavati dukkha. Then this yoga becomes dukkha. Dukkha means what? One that destroys the dukkha. Otherwise, there will be klesh only. And even in Hatha Yoga, the mind is the same even after you do all these things. That mind is the same only after that. The abhyas should be done at the mental level. Okay. So where were we? So here he is saying Visheshatah Brahmacharyena Shraddhaya cha Astak Buddhya Adarvantah. Buddhya Adarvantah. Now, Adarvantah means what? With reverential attitude. You have to have that Shraddha, you have to have that Adarvanta, you have to have that Adar. The Shraddha should be there that yes, I am going to follow whatever you are saying. It's not that I will show my arrogance or if you punish me, I won't accept it. Because there I have gone to tune my mind with the teacher. It is not that I am going to become a rebellious student. Samvatsaram. Samvatsaram means what? Kalam. Samvatsyatha. For a year, for 1 year, the time, samvatsaram is being told because of the time, the kalam, samvatsyatha, you stay there, samvatsyatha. Okay, so samvatsyatha, this has got the vas dhatu in that you stay with us. Little, it means a bhavishtaka, samvatsyatha, you have to stay. Then, what samvatsyatha now, here it is for yam, you all, yam. Samyak Guru Shushusha Paraha Santa Vatsyatha. That means what? This word is very important. How do you stay there? How do you stay? You stay with what? You stay with Samyak Guru Shushusha. Guru Shushusha. Some people they won't be allowed, they won't be able to pronounce it. Guru Shushusha. Shushusha. Should all say Shushrusha. Shushrusha means, see, Shushrusha has got the Shru Dhatu also. Shru Dhatu means to listen. So when we are doing Guru Seva, Guru Shushrusha means to serve him, to serve the Guru. So when we are serving him, the first and foremost comes listening to him, listening the scriptures also, and listening to his orders also, whatever he wants to satisfy him also. So Guru Shushrusha, Paraha. Para means that should be supreme. Not that my desires should be fulfilled. No, I want that type of food. No, can't go out for bhiksha. No, I can't do this. I want a bed to sleep. I can't sleep there. Oh my God, so many mosquitoes are troubling. Nothing doing. No, you are here for what? You are here for seva. So Guru Shushusha. And okay, Astik Buddhya means what? Astik Buddhya here means I see with astik, Shraddha. Shraddha means what? Shraddha means to have an eyes that will show me more than what is seen. So Astik Buddhya will go with both of them, with the teacher also and with the students also. So when a student, suppose he is not performing well, the teacher does not lose hope that I don't know what will happen with the student. Will he be able to cope up with this also? No, he says, no, I can see a spark in him. Let 6 months pass, then everything will be all right. He does not lose hope. Similarly, here also, from the angle, a point of view of the student also, he also does not leave hope. He also continuously keeps on tuning his mind along with the track of the guru that no, he is doing for my good only. So many things when we go to the ashram or when we go for the higher are not indriya pratyaksh. Again, many things are not indriya pratyaksh. I cannot see them. They are not indriya pratyaksh. So, but they are happening in the they are happening because the Lord wants, because the Guru wants. They're happening. Something is happening. Something is happening at the emotional level. Something is happening at the spiritual level. Some things are happening that I'm not able to see. That who is able to see, the Guru is able to see. And Guru will be constantly guiding me. So Shraddha is developing that intuitive power. So whatever is being happening is happening around me is happening under the guidance of that Shakti only, the Guru Tattva only is guiding me. So you can do good japa when you see that the Lord is listening to my japa. Isn't it? When I'm doing japa, I'm continuously Ram, 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 Ram. When you call, you are not doing japa, you're calling the name. Calling the name, नाम लेना. जप करना is नाम लेना. नाम पुकारना होना चाहिए. It should be calling his name. Understand? Because otherwise, like somebody is waiting outside. A person called Ram is waiting outside. Is standing outside, not waiting. He's standing outside. And I call him Ram. And I don't hear him say yes or Then again, I will call him again Ram. Then my pitch will increase a little bit. Ram. And even if I don't list, I can't hear him again from outside and say, Ram, I will shout. So my pitch goes on increasing. Why? Because I want to hear that, yes, from that side also. Similarly in Japa also, continuously, if I have that faith that no, when I'm taking his name, Ram, 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 or Shri Krishna, he's also listening to my Japa. He's also sitting there, taking another mala and helping me to japa. The Guru is there. The Guru is there for me. He is making me understand. All this knowledge will be very, very easy for me with his grace, with his blessings. When I tune my mind to the higher, then the higher also comes in me in the form of good thoughts, comes in me in the form of support at the mental and intellectual level. These are the keys. Everything here is locked, and the key is with the Guru. Key is with the Lord, and the key's name is called Shraddha. Shraddha is that key. With that Shraddha key, you can open anything. You can open anything. Some Mahatmas are Divya Chakshu. Divya Chakshu means they do not have their physical eyes, but they remember so much. They remember more than us. They know more than us. They know even the Vedas they have by hearted. You know how? And from the birth, from the childhood, they are Gyan Chakshu, they are Pragya Chakshu. The Chakshu is not there. So how does it happen? It happens through Shraddha only. So it comes through Astik Buddhi. So Pratna, how much one can do austerities, how much abhyas he can do, how much effort he will put, all depends on how much Shraddha you have. The more the Shraddha, the more he will put effort. So Shraddha Bhakti Jnana Yogat Avahi. Kaivalya Upanishad says Shraddha Bhakti Jnana Yogat Avahi. We have to start our chanting class. We are forgetting everything slowly. So in your sadhana, you may fall. Many, many times you may fall. But again, we rise if we have got a lot of Shraddha. Again and again we fall again. Falling means what? At the level of Indriya, the Indriya wins. We become slave. The Vasana wins. We become slave. That is falling. But again we have to rise. With the help of what? With the help of the Shraddha. So see, there are two paths. What are the two paths? One path is impossible and the other path is difficult but possible. The one path of the sansar, of ahankar, is very, very impossible. You can't maintain anything there. That is mithya only. The other path is difficult but possible. And what is that path of Bhagavad Bhakti, of Gyan? It is difficult, but only that path is there, available for us. It is possible. We don't have much choice here. So going to that path, we have to have a lot of Shraddha. This is called Adar Buddhya. Astik Buddhya. Buddhya Adarvantah Samvatsaram Kalam Samvatsarasteta Samyak Guru Shushusha Paraha. So we were on this word. So the very purpose of seva is what? That I surrender. I surrender completely to the Guru. See, the Guru does not want any Shushusha. He does not want any seva. He just wants that our mind should be tuned to the higher. Okay, today time is over. I'll just take 5 minutes and then finish this off. So, Guru Shushusha is the Ramban of Guru Shushusha is that serving the teacher is most important. Paraha Santha Vatsyatha. It is a Ramban. Ramban means it will surely hit Guru Shushusha. If you do a lot of Shushusha, if you do a lot of Seva, then the negatives in us starts diminishing. So what is the negativity? Negativity is that unwanted vasana, unwanted desires, unwanted mindset. The mind is very, very distracted. This passion is not there. All these things we have to uh, leave to have that higher knowledge in us. So one has to realize that love of teacher is more than love of the disciple. Always. Otherwise, he can't do seva. That my teacher loves me more than I love him. And literally, that is the case because the thing that he has to sacrifice so much, he can see our negativities right there and then. But still, he is so compassionate that still he brings him down at our level and tries to lift us up. Isn't this his compassion? Isn't this his love? So sacrifice and forgiveness of a teacher is much more than the disciples' love for him. So it is not just teaching and going away. This relationship is forever. And that is why Guru is called Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guru. And Twameva Mata cha Pita Twameva. He is Mata also, he is Pita also. Tvameva Mata cha Pita Tvameva, Tvameva Bandhuscha Sakha Tvameva. Everything is he only. Okay, so living in Gurukul kindles our love for the higher, kindles our love for the Guru also. So love's demand is what? Love's demand is only one, that I want to become one with you. I don't want to maintain a separate identity. I don't want to have my separate ahankar. My ahankar will be sublimated in your at your feet only. So he's ready to leave his desires. What is the difference? What makes two people separate? Their separate desires. So here the student wants to give up his desire and become one. So samvatsara stheta samyak guru shushusha para santho vatsata tato yatha kamam. Yo yasya kamaha. Yatha kamam means what? Whatever your desire is. Whatever your questions are, after that, kamaha, tam, anatikramya yatha kamam, by not transgressing their own desires, that means what? Whosoever has their own questions, I will answer them. Yasya jigyasa, tad vishyan, whatever topic also. I'm not saying that this only should be the topic. I've given you freedom on topic, on questions, whether you all have separate questions or one question, anything. Prashnan prichatha, then you can ask. Yadi tad yushmat prishtam, if the question that you have asked, prishtam, vigyasyamaha, this is again vigyasyamaha, it's lit lakar. He's talking, vigyasyamaha, he's talking about himself, huh? But this is plural. Vigyasyama again is lit lakar. Gyasyami, gyasyava, gyasyamaha, gyasasi, gyasyatha, gyasyat. Like that it goes. So Gyasyami, it should have been written Gyasyami. But in Hindi also we use hum. We use not may, we use hum, isn't it? So he is actually talking as an ambassador. So plural for the whole parampara has been used. That if we all know, then he will answer you like that. So tad yushmat prishtam vigyasyamaha. Anuddha Tattva Pradarshanartha. Anuddha Tattva, beautiful line has been added. Let me first see the last line. Tarhi sarvaha vo vaha prishtam vakshyama iti. Then, if your question we all know, then we will answer. We know, then we will tell you whatever you have asked. This is the question. But Bhagwan Shankaracharya, Bhagwan Bhashyakar, has added a beautiful line here. Anuddha Tattva Pradarshanartha. Anuddha Tattva Pradarshanartha meaning the absence of pride. This is absence of pride. When someone is mixing arrogance in his speech, he does not become very acceptable. So this line is showing humility in him. He will answer all the questions. And there are tough questions. It's not very easy to answer. So he knew everything. It is like a small child asking ABCD to a PhD student, and the PhD student said, if I know, then I will answer. It's like that. So through his humility, he said like this, Tattva Pradarshanartha, Yadi Shabdha na Ajnana Sanshayartha. It is not due to ignorance, but it is due to his humility, because he was humble. And that's why Prashna Nirnayad Avasiyate. He gave the answer of all the questions. In this way, he will give the answer to all the questions. Okay. So humility of a person is seen how he behaves with the lowest category of person. It's not with the highest category, how he behaves with the lower category. There your humility is seen. Okay. So here we complete the second mantra also. Now we will see you on Monday. From tomorrow onwards, evening class will be there on Gita. That will be in Hindi. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.